everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you guys like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us, one big growing family. Thank you so much for your loving support and your beautiful comments. I would like to mention I do have a private crochet group. You're more than welcome to join in my group as long as you have a profile pic. There's too many hackers going on crochet groups, so we want to be extremely careful on that. I also do have a crochet page. You can follow me. I have Instagram and TikTok. All of these links will be listed below the video. You just have to click and get yourself part of the journey with us. In the link also below the video, there's a 2-minute video showing you how to slow down the video. Sometimes I get ahead of my head and I forget that I'm recording. So as a fast crocheter, I try my best, but I do tend to forget that I'm recording. Also, and of course it will show you how to zoom in the stitch and also turn your closed caption on. You could always pause and take notes. I don't write patterns. A lot of you ask me about written patterns. I don't. For those reasons, that's why I decided to record the little video. A lot of you still don't know how to zoom in either your iPod or your tablet or your mobile phone, and these are easy things to do. I use 4-ply 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal threads, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3. Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton is a little bit thicker. Your patterns will become bigger. For the most part, I use 2.75 hooks, sometimes 3, depending upon the project I'm working on. A small hook, and of course a pair of scissors. We are going to get started. Please, if you have not subscribed, please join us. Do so. It's free. You're not paying for any of these tutorials. Giving thumbs up also is free. It hurts you nothing to click that thumbs up button. A lot of you see and a lot of you create my patterns, and I can see that you are not subscribed yet or little enough. Give a thumbs up. It's kind of sad for us because we work so hard for you guys. We ask nothing but to just like and subscribe. If you have opinion suggestions that you would like to see more specifically of a pattern, please let me know. Leave a comment below the video. And sharing is caring, so if you can share the video through your social medias, your WhatsApp, your Messenger, highly appreciated. Thank you so much. I send you guys lots of love. Let's get started, everyone. Okay, everyone, so we're going to create today another table runner. And I'm going to be using gray and orange. It's like a salmon orange. And these small flowers, which I already have the tutorial to them. I'll leave the link below in the description box. And these little leaves, which I'll probably create very fast for you guys, so you don't have to keep going back and forth with links. I will be putting a little pearls, so this is just to decorate my table runner. I'm going to make the centerpiece with the gray and then put these on each side of the runner, like so, more or less. We'll see once I've created it. Okay, and then have a few more going. Okay, so I'll be using a 2.75 hook. This is number 12, the gray. I can't remember the orange, what number it is. I'll have to see somewhere in my little papers. And of course, a small hook, tucking loose ends, and a pair of scissors. So we're going to start off by the little leaves, just so you guys don't go back and forth on it. And I'm going to be using multicolored green, which this is very simple to create. Slip stitch knot. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now I have two kinds. I have with the 3 picots at the edge, or just straight flat leaves. Okay, So I've done 9 chain stitch. I'm going to come in, not the first one, the second one, with a single. Next one, double crochet. And the next 3 ones, I'm going to do triple. Take out 2, take out 2, and take out the last 2. Again, take out 2, take out 2, and the last 2. And one more time. So I have 3 triples. I'm going to do a double. I'm going to do half. And my last one, I'm doing single. Now, if you wanted to do the 3 picots, then you would go up your 3 chain. I'm not going to do it on this one. So you'd go up 3 chain and you'd close it back here with slip stitch, and then 3 chain, close it on the next one with slip stitch. Okay, so I'm going to come back in the same space with the 2 chain. Okay, and I'm coming on my single. Try to hide this thread as I'm going with a single. Coming on the next one, the same way as we finished here, we're doing it on this side. Half, and the next one, double crochet, and now my 3 triples. Take out 2, take out 2, and the last 2, and again. Take out 2, take out 2, and the last 2. Take out 2, take out 2, and the last 2. So I have my 3 triples like I have here. Here we started with a single double crochet, so doing my double crochet, coming on my last one with a single, and I'm just going to come back in with slip stitch. Okay, and then you can make the chain as long as you want for your patterns. I'm only going to do a few because I don't know how long I want my chain, and I'm going to cut my thread a little bit longer just in case I want to do it a little bit longer. I could always come back to it. So here's my little leaf. Okay, everyone, so I've done 61 chain stitch. Now you can go as wide as you want by multiples of 5. Okay, so I have 61. I'm going to come back on my 5th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not counting the one on the hook, and I'm going to do double crochet 1 per stitch. Okay, make sure that you grab both loops or else it will turn like a U shape. A lot of people make that mistake, and what I'm saying is straight in the middle. So you have that 1 loop in the bottom and you have those 2 loops up top of the hook. So make sure it's right in the center there. Okay, so 1 per stitch. Okay, everyone, so I finished 58 double crochets. Okay, we're going to turn around and we're going to create another row of double crochets. So 1, 2 chain for me. You could probably do 3 if you'd like. I'm grabbing back loops and doing 1 per stitch. Okay, back loops only. You can grab both loops if you want. It will give you a different effect. I'd like to have the 3D effect on mine. For those reasons, I'm using back loops. Okay, so we're going to continue to do 58 double crochet. So I'm going to do my last one. Don't forget you have this last one here. A lot of times because we turn around, we seem to forget this last, which is those 3 chains or 4 chains that we turned. I know it's a little bit harder to get into that back stitch, but I'm just going to go in with a smaller hook and pull my way through and get it in and still make use of that back stitch. We're going to turn around. Now, I've used a lot of this stitch on many patterns and you guys really liked it. So I'm going to do 1, 2 chain for me, could be 3 chain for you. I'm using back loop, next stitch, double crochet, next stitch, double crochet, 1 chain space. I'm going to skip 1, 2, and I'm coming in my 3rd double crochet. I'm going to create 3 double crochets, and then I'm going to come into the last, we had skipped 2 of them, so I'm coming in that first one and I'm stretching my thread and have sort of like sideways double crochet, 1 chain, skip 1, 2 into the next one and create again 3 double crochets. Coming into the one we skipped, stretch your thread and double crochet, 1 chain, skip 1 and 2, come into the 3rd one. I'm using back loops, 1, 2 and 3. Come into that one that we skipped and 1 chain space. We're going to continue almost to the end, and at the end we'll have 3 double crochets also. Okay everyone, so I pretty much finished doing my row. Now this row is always going to alternate. We're always going to have a row of double crochets, and I'm creating this as I go, by the way. 2 chain or 3 for some of you. Now I'm going to come in straight in with double crochets, 1 per stitch. Let me just see. And again, 1 per stitch. All the way to the end. And the good thing about this is you can go the length you want also. So we pretty much did 2 rows. That means we have to finish also with 2 rows of double crochets. Okay, so 1 per stitch all the way to the end. So I've completed my row. I'm going to turn around now. And the 3 first double crochets and the last 3 double crochets always stay the same. So 1, 2 chain for me. I'm grabbing back loops again, having that little effect. Only when I'm doing the double crochets, I'm not taking back loops. So I'm skipping 1 stitch this time, coming into the next and doing those 3 double crochets. 2 and 3. Now I'm going to come into the one that I've skipped, stretching my thread and closing it in. 1 chain. Skip 1 stitch, grabbing that back loop, 3 double crochet, Coming back in the one I skipped. Stretch your thread and double crochet. So they're going to line up. If they don't line up, that means that you missed a stitch somewhere. One chain, skip a stitch, and to the next one. And the next row will be double crochets, which we're going through the loops completely. We're not doing back loops, only this row here. To have the effect, we're doing the back loops. Skip a stitch and to the next one. Coming behind the one we skipped, stretch your thread. Okay, so I'll meet you at the beginning of the next row, which is just double crochets. So I'm almost reaching the end. I want to make sure that you understand. One chain, skip a stitch into the next one. Now I know normally these last ones are always very hidden, but you have to make sure that you do, especially to the very last one here. If you have a smaller hook, you can go in with a smaller hook. Make things easier for you. Especially my stitch is always so tight. Not even funny. Okay, so I've done my last 3 double crochets. So always 3 at the beginning and 3 at the end. Okay, turn around. 1, 2 for me. Could be 3 for you. And I'm going through with the double crochets. I'm going right through them into the next stitch. So I'm basically doing the 4, because in reality that sideways is the 4 double crochets. Okay, so 1 double crochet per stitch, so it's like doing 4 double crochets, and then into the next 4. Okay, now you're probably thinking, but she did 1 chain space. We don't bother with that chain space. Okay, we go directly into the stitch itself. And as we do the motif here, we do 1 chain space just to have that space between the motifs so they can stand out. Okay, if that makes sense to you, I hope it does. Remembering to turn your closed caption on. You could always pause, take notes. You could always slow down the video. The link is below in the description box. Remember to be kind. I'm far from being perfect, and it's kind of tiring and annoying already of hearing or reading certain comments that's really uncalled for. If it doesn't fit you, move on to another channel. Not all channels are made for us. You guys have to understand that. I appreciate you being here, but I don't appreciate if you're going to, just make nonsense of comment. There's no need for that. You can scroll up, down, and into the next channel of your preferred. Okay, so 1 per stitch again. These are the 3 double crochets here at the end. and then turn around and back loops. 1, 2, 3. And using those back loops. So I have my 3 double crochet, 1 chain, skipping a stitch, coming into the next one, and doing the 3 double crochet, because the 4th one is the sideways one, if you recall. So this is my 3rd. Now I'm going to come and do my 4th on that one that I've skipped. Okay, so I don't know how big I'm going to do mine, but I will let you know. You could always advance the video and let you know how many I have done. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my rows that I desire to have the length for. Okay, everyone, so I've done 74 rows so far. We have one more to do, which is exactly like this very first one we did, if you recall. So now we're going to turn around. Now you can go as big as you like, and you have to keep increasing by 7 rows in order to get the motif that we're going to do around, all the way around. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to grab back loops only because this is the last row on this. We have to do exactly the same thing as we did at the beginning. So double crochets all the way to the end. Okay, so we've done until the very last double crochet. Now we want to make sure we are on the right side, and this side is the wrong side. Okay, so we got to turn where we have all the side double crochets going through. So you want to make sure that you're going to turn into the right side. Now I put these markers on here because I needed to make an adjustment for missing or to separate well my motifs on the next row that we are going to do. Okay, so I've done 2 no, not done 2, sorry. So we did the last double crochet. I'm going to turn around. I want to be on the right side of this, so I'm going to come in that last double crochet I did with single and singles. This whole row all the way around will be about singles. Okay, so now from the corner double crochet to, I've done 9 singles. Okay, I have my marker on the 10th, which I don't want it to be on the way, so I'm just going to place it down on the double crochet itself. So I've done 9 singles. I'm just going to place it here just so I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, and I'm going to continue. So I just pushed it down on my 10th one. Continue to do my singles again. Now this time I've done 13 singles. I'm going to place my marker on the bottom one on my 14th. So I've done 13 more singles, and on my 14th, I'm placing my marker on the crochet below, just so I know where I'm heading to, okay? And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've done 13 singles again, and I'm just going to put my marker on the 14th below on the double crochet. This is just to help me explain to you guys the next row, okay? And then I'm going to complete again with singles until the end. So I've done 9 more, and that's before I hit the corner last double crochet here, which I'm going to come in and do 1, 2, and because we're turning, I'm doing 2 more. So in reality, I have 4 double crochets on the corner, and we'll be doing that to all 4 corners. Now coming to the sides here, I'm doing 2 double crochet per row. We are on the sides all the way to the other corner, and then once you get to the other corner, then you know that you have 4 singles, and then all singles on the edge. Okay, we're going to do this all the way around, so you know all 4 corners will have the 4 singles, just to make sure that we get that corner properly. Okay, so I'll meet you when I finish all the way around, 2 per row. Okay, everyone, so I reached the end, and I've done 2 singles, my third one, and I have one that I had started on the double crochet. So I'm going to cut my thread, tuck in your loose ends in between the stitches. So I'm coming in with the multicolored green, and I'm going to start off on my first single here from, so this is covered with a double crochet right on top of almost the second double crochet. Try to hide my thread here. And I'm going to do, so this is my second single. Okay, so we're working like basically on top of that single where the double crochet is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 singles. I'm going to do 5 chain. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and come in my 5th with a single. And again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And for those reasons, excuse me, I had put the markers, so I know that starting from the marker on, I need to skip 4 and come into the 5th. So we have 9 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain, skip This is right on top of my marker. 1, 2, 3, 4, and coming in my 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain. Skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and into my 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and my 8, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain coming right inside of the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, I wanted to make sure that I had my motif here at the edge of this corner. So we'll have 3 motifs on this side and also on the other side. So exactly what you're doing here, you have to do it to the other side, the other edge also. So I've done my 9 single. I'm going to do my 5 chain again. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and come in your 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and then your 5 chain again. And this is how we're going to repeat all the way around. Now, when I get to the corner, I need to make an adjustment. 1, 2, 3, 4, and come in your 5th. If I need to make an adjustment, I'll come back to you again at the end of the corner. Okay, so we can do it together. Okay, everybody, so I've reached the end and I did have to make an adjustment. So when we do our last 9, what we can do is, so we have 2, 4, 6, 7, go back more, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go on the 4th instead of the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the same stitch, 7, and 8. So 2 times on the same stitch, and do my 4 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come directly into the next one. And now the edge will be repeated exactly how we did on this side. Okay, so we'll do the 9. So I already have 1 down, do the 9, and then we're going to do exactly what we've done here. The last one here, we have 8, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay, so I just have to look at the other end and just do the same thing. So 9, and then skip 4 going to the 5th. Okay. Okay, you guys, I also want to mention to you, when you're coming to the edge on this side, for some reason, it seems like it should have more double crochets here, right? Because we kept cutting out because of that single that we did, correct? If you're understanding what I'm saying. So I've done, this is the other edge from the very first one we did, okay? So in the corners, I've skipped 2 and then went right on top just to give me a little bit of that space there at the corner. I've done my 9, my 5 chain, skipped 1, 2, 3, 4, and went into my 5th. Here I've done my 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, went into my 5th. Here I've done my 9. I've skipped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and went into my 6th. And here I've skipped, so I have 1, 2, 3, then I skipped a stitch, went into the 4th, skipped a stitch, 5, skipped a stitch, 6, 7, 8, and skipped a stitch, 9. And I'll leave these 2 at the corner there. Okay, so you work around it, whatever way you need to skip. If you need to skip 6, then go ahead. There's no right or wrong when it comes to this little single design thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'm going to skip these 2 here, and I'm going to come 1, 2, and do my 9 singles. Now I want to make sure that I'm right at the corner. If I feel that it's not properly in the corner, one, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to skip 3 then. And this really makes no difference if you skip 2 or 3 at the corner at all, because all of this is going to be covered anyway. So I skipped 3 on this one. 3, and then you do your 9 double crochet singles, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now if you say, yeah, like here I skipped 2. You can't almost barely see it. This will be filled with double crochets in there anyway. And this will have my 3 motives there, like I have here. Because if I went by double crochets and skipping, doing the 9 singles and skipping 5, I would have had 4 motives on this side, and I don't want that. I want exactly the same amount, the 3 here, besides the corner ones. Okay. As you can see, this corner, I've skipped only 1. And it worked out for me that way. And this one I skipped 2 on this corner and 3 on that one. That's because it has more double crochets here from the start. Okay, which it doesn't change anything on the pattern at all. Okay, once we block and straighten and everything will be all pretty, all put together. So just to let you know, if you come across that same issue, I mean, these are little things that are fixable, and it makes no change on the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and on my 5th, continue to do the 9 singles. Okay. Okay, everybody. So I've reached the end. I've closed. So I had left 2 also here. I've closed with slip stitch and did the walk to the 3rd single. So 1, 2 on my 3rd. I'm going to do a single. I did the walk with slip stitch, but just to show you guys. So I'm going to do a single on my 3rd. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 singles. So if you have done 8, you can do 4 only on your 8 singles. You can skip 1, 2, going to the 3rd and do 4 only, okay? So coming in and doing 10 double crochets. We're going to proceed this way all the way around. 10 double crochets inside of my 5 chain. So once you've done your 10 double crochets, again, you're going to skip 1, 2 into the third single with a single, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're not working the first 2 nor the last 2. Coming in again and doing those 10 double crochets. So it's going to be all the way around the same way. And like I mentioned, if you did only 8 singles on the corners, you can do 4 singles instead of 5. Doesn't make any difference. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Skip 1, 2, and come on your third, and repeat the same thing again. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll skip 1, 2, come in the third and do 4 singles, and then do my 10 double crochets. Now, if I have 9 here, then I'll be doing my 5. If I have 8, I'll do the 4 singles. Okay, it doesn't change anything on the pattern. I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing all the way around. Okay, and now I'm going to come in with my orange salmon color. This is such a beautiful color. It matches perfect with gray. It really pops out on your pattern. So you can pretty much start anywhere. I'm going to start here. So I'm going to skip 1, 2 on my third one. So if you did the 4 singles, you can go into your second. Okay. And now I'm going to do a normal double crochet, but I'm coming from the back to the front and into the back. So back post double crochet. Try to hide that little thread there. So the very first one and the last one will be a normal double crochet. All the other ones will be triple. 1 chain space, coming again from the back to the front and then into the back. Make sure that you don't grab 2 at the same time, okay? So always until you harder a little bit until you get going, then you get used to it. It's about practice. And 1 chain space, and again coming from the back to the front and then to the back post triple and 1 chain space, and then doing this to all of them except for the last one. We'll do a normal double crochet. I'm sure that a lot of you that follow me have seen me use many times this edging. It's just absolutely beautiful, basically on any pattern. Okay, but you can do whatever edging you'd like. You know, this is just for the extra of the beauty of the pattern. So triple, turn twice on your hook, take out 2, take out 2, and the last 2. 1 chain space, take out 2, take out 2, and the last 2. So we have the first one is a normal double crochet, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 chain, and the last one is a normal double crochet. So first one and last one is a normal. Now I'm going to skip 1, 2 onto my third one, single, and again I'm going directly into that first double crochet with double crochet, 1 chain, and then do my triples, back posts. Take out 2, and the last 2, 1 chain, turn twice on your hook, and just keep repeating the same way. Okay, and then once we finish this row, I'm going to cut my thread and I'm going to come in with an off-white just to give that punch to the pattern again. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing all my orange salmon. I'm going to come in with the off-white, and that's because I don't have white, or else I would have done it with white so it can pop out more. So you can start anywhere. I'm going to come inside of that first double crochet and triple, and I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3 chain, coming into the next one with single. So this row will be all about chain 3 and singles, chain 3 and singles. So very simple. And my last single, chain 3 on my last one. And then I'm going to go directly, I'm going to skip this single here, and I'm going to go directly again in between the double crochet and triple. 1, 2, 3, and continue on. 1, 2, 3, chain and single. 1, 2, 3, single. So we're just jumping from one to the other. Okay, and I'll meet you at the end of my row. Okay, everyone, so I'm starting in the corner, and I've started with a single with my salmon orange color, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 chain, coming in and doing my picot. Okay, my stitch is always so tight, and that's what happens. And closing in with single, coming into the second one. 1, 2, 3, and closing in with single, coming on my third one. One, 2, 3, picot. So I have 3 picots already. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain on my fourth one and close it in with slip stitch. I'm going to come back in and do a single. Coming into the next one, 1, 2, 3, and picot. Into the next one, 1, 2, 3, and picot, and into the next one, 1, 2, 3, and picot. So I have 3 picots on one side. On the fourth one I have 6 chain and then 3 picots. I'm not doing picot here. I'm going directly into the next one. 1, 2, 3, and start your picots again. 1, 2, 3. On my fourth one, I'm doing 6 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Closing in with slip stitch, coming back in with single. And I'm closing in with slip stitch because I don't want a big gap here. If you close it with a single, you're going to have an open gap. Okay. And then do my 3 picots on this side. Remembering not to do the last one because you're going from one pattern, one motif to the other. And then coming in my last chain here with single and coming directly into the next one, and then doing again my picots. Okay, and then I'm going to complete mine, come back to you and show you how I am going to add my flowers on the centerpiece. And I will be gluing them on with hot glue. Transparent glue is the best for these things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you use only white glue on your hot gun, if you wash it, it will come out. If you use a transparent one, it won't. That's just how it is. I guess it's the chemicals that's in that glue that holds it together. Okay, so I'm just going to finish mine and then come back to you on it. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished adding all my 3D flowers, which I will leave the link below if you want to use these flowers. If not, you can use whatever flowers you want if you want to add flowers to it. So I alternated the off-white with the salmon on one side, so I can have this gorgeous rosebud coming through to match the last flower there. And I did the opposite side with the white one, as you can see, and started off white and then the salmon and then the white. I did put 8mm beads, pearls on, so I'll put white on this one, and it's a light, very light green. My hands are full of glue, don't mind me. So everything is glued on. I don't sew anything on. This glue is just perfect. You don't need much, just a little, and compress well into the pattern because it grabs all the fibers from the pattern. I hope you guys enjoy this new creation of mine. This is my new design. Of course, I created as I went along doing the tutorial. Of course, I had already an image of what I wanted. Just see if I need to. My gun is still hot, so I'll just dip on the rosebud here. It's pretty long, and like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the good thing about this pattern is you can go as wide as you like or as long as you like. Okay, and remember when we did the corners, I said it doesn't matter if we skip 2 or 3. In reality, it really doesn't matter because, as you can see, leaves are there, and even on this corner there's 3 skipped. There's not much you can really tell because of all the green and all the effect to the pattern itself. Well, I want to thank every single one of you. Let me just turn around to the right way here, and you can see the beautiful sideway double crochet. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about this new design creation of mine. I'm pretty pleased with it. I like it a lot. Hopefully I will do more similar to this in the future because I absolutely love this style, probably with reds and whites, you know, and get more of those roses or what do you call it? The callus flower also. I plan to do a nice table runner with it. Okay, so until next time, everybody, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Help the channel out. It's the only way we can survive and keep creating these beautiful pieces. And please give a thumbs up on the video so YouTube can recognize it as it's a good video. People enjoy it and they can circulate it worldwide and have more people to join in with us. Thank you again. God bless you. Until next time, everybody. Bye-bye.